Hey, Shalom, it's your brother Thumb. My brothers, y'all Shamal, the Thunbar, some y'all shout to the sisters. Y'all bear with me one sec. We gonna get this thing rolling. You know what I mean? Rock probably gonna more than likely put the attendance sheet in the chat. Then, and we'll start shortly, man. So put y'all questions in there. If you could, Bubba Shaw, like, share this and all that, man. You know what I mean? Get this out there. The brothers and sisters or what have you. You know what I mean? Check. Don't sweat. Oh, this thing right here. Uh-huh. Straight like that. Right. Don't sweat. Put the juice on this thing. Might gotta hold this down on that low volume setting real quick. That low light, I mean, it's lucky. Okay. Alright, no sweat. Oh, Christ. Thanks. And all that. Shalom. Yahweh Shem outside Raga Thumb. My brothers, y'all some more. The Thunbar Shem outside of the sisters. Once again, as y'all know, priest and officer of 5000 Rakab, Israelite School of UPK, 1 West, 125th Street, under Commanding General Yohana since 1969. You know what I mean? Been dropping this truth, letting all so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians know the truth according to the Bible. All right. Stressing how vital, how important it is for so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians to come to unify. You understand? To the importance in Jamaican, you know what I mean? Right now, you know, it's due to the fact that our oppressor is showing his true nature. You understand? Our oppressor is showing his true nature. Horrible time to do it. You know what I mean? He picked the most horrible time to do it. But nonetheless, he has done it once again. And, you know, brothers and sisters all across the globe are Hispanics. You know what I mean? So, you know, if you're angry, if you're upset, it's definitely a wonderful thing to be that. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? If you so-called Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, if you're not, you know, so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians. All right? So, if you upset and you want to do something about it, we'll get into it and we'll give the biblical solution as to what can be done. All right? What can be done? What is the solution? You know what I mean? Peace is not the solution. You know, I seen talking to standing by the brother of George Floyd. You know what I mean? And his solution is peace, 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 and more peace. You understand? That's what his solution was. He tried to clean it up and sound radical towards the end, but initially, and you know, we at peace with the enemy. You understand? That's what the true purpose of it all was. You know what I mean? And you could tell they got into the brother's head. You know what understand? They got all the way up inside that brother's head. Twisted his mind up in that. You know what I mean? Knowing that he's completely vulnerable right now because he just lost his brother. You understand? When we lose someone close to us, you know, oftentimes, you know, if you're not mentally fortified, you can be susceptible for manipulation. You understand? You understand? just because of the condition that you're in. And the person that sees you weak, wrong in his weakness. You know what I mean? Let me make him stronger because I see he's weak. He says, I'm going to prey on his weakness. I'm going to devour him in his weakness, and I'm going to benefit from it. You know what I mean? Voting is definitely not the answer. You understand? It's not the solution. We've been voting as long as we've been rioting. You understand? And neither of those methods have been progressive in changing our condition. You know what I mean? Neither of them have been progressive in changing the nature of, you know what? Just because I said that, I'm going to pull that real quick. Salakia, pull it. Bear with me 1 second, y'all. Just want to get this precept real quick. We're gonna go to We'll go to not the solution, okay? Ecclesiastes 1:5. What is not and what is, okay? Ecclesiastes in the Old Testament, chapter 1 and verse 5. That's where we're going to start. Y'all roll with a priest. You understand? And we're going to get straight to this thing and get it rolling. Ecclesiastes 1:5, all right? Hold up. Bear with me. Hold on. Where's that in? All right. That, Ecclesiastes 1:15. That which is crooked cannot be made straight. The police force is crooked. Our oppressor is crooked. They're all corrupt. You understand? They are naturally animalistic by nature. You understand? And the scriptures say that which is made crooked cannot be made straight. Voting, rioting, protesting, marching. We've been doing all of these things, for decades upon decades. Decades upon decades, we've been marching, we've been singing, we've been dancing, we've been holding hands, we've been protesting, we've been rioting, we've been looting, you know what I mean? We've been flipping police, have it, and they'll listen, the oppressor. You understand? Something we can do to stop the oppressor raiding us. There is something we can do to stop the oppressor from detaining us, you know what I mean, and locking us up in cages at the U.S. border. You know what I mean? There is something we can do to stop the oppressor from murdering us dead in the street. You know what I mean? Ahmaud Arbery. You know what I mean? And they murdered the brother, and it was or any conviction or what have you, or arrest made if there hadn't been a national outcry. You understand? Something we can do to change. You are clearly an enemy. They'll never work, and they have never worked. You know what I mean? So, why do we continue to do these things? They fail black people. Now, all of these so-called black radical or have a sincere intent to, change the condition of black people. That's not what I'm saying. I can't give them, man. You understand? But under a certain banner or what have you. But ultimately, it comes to nothing. You know what I mean? The reason why it comes to nothing, you know what I mean, without the Lord, it'll never stand. You know what I mean? You might have a little running time or what have you, but it's never going to stand. But once again, we've been following the Muslim mosques. You know what I mean? We've been following their leadership, and they tell us Martin Luther King tells us to march. Farrakhan tells us to march. You know, we do all these things, yet and still they have proven ineffective. Now, here's the thing though. The thing is, that, if you are genuine about, if you're not just riding the wave or something like that, but you are really a genuine brother or sister, you out there in them riots and stuff like that, and the reason why you out there is because you are upset, you're angry, and you feel like this is the thing to do to get back at the oppressor. You understand? This is how I can take it to him. All right, no sweat. You know what I mean? And you're not supposed to have the answer. You know what I mean? Just doing that is you, but it's good enough to start you on the right path. You understand? It's good enough to get you right where you need to be. You're right where you need to be if you really want to do something. Okay? If you really want to change it, white supremacist police officers. But this is the thing, though. Police car on fire. However, angry that if you has the solution. If you really want to combat white supremacy and you want to do it effectively, if you want to be progressive, if you want to make a change, if you want to see a change, if you want to stop seeing black people murdered by the police, then you must do what is you must do what is right. You understand? Why not try something new? We've been rioting forever. We've been voting. Why can't we try something new? You know what I mean? It's not easy. It's not an easy thing, but why not try something new? I guarantee you that you'll see your oppressor and his kingdom fall. You understand? It all depends upon us, on how fast the kingdom falls, how drastic it falls. You know what I mean? It all depends on how serious how serious we are about the murder of George Floyd. You know what I mean? And how truly angry we are. And we'll start at verse 1, all right? Let's go to Zephaniah chapter 2, okay? And then, so, let's get it. Let's get it, man. All right? Zechariah, okay. We got Zechariah right there. Boom, boom. Salakia. Break it down in the singles and all that. Okay. So now, we got Zephaniah. Hold up. I went to 1. Chapter 2 and verse 1. Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together. Okay. That's first and foremost. Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, West Indians, Haitians, Jamaicans, we all must gather ourselves together. Meaning we have to unify with each other. How do we unify with each other? Okay? How do we unify with each other? Because before I go there, right? We're not unified right now. You know what I'm saying? We're not unified. Yeah, we can come together. We can stand on one accord. You understand? You know what I mean? We can march and do this. However, we are not truly gathered together because when the rioting is over, when all of this is over, you know what I mean? It's back to business as usual. You understand? It doesn't sustain. You understand? It doesn't sustain. It's inconsistent. You know what I mean? When we unify, it's I can't say because this happening every day, but we have to be unified when there is no national outcry for a brother who was murdered by a police officer. You understand? We have to be consistent in our unification. Now, how are we gonna do that? Can we do that if he's African, You African American, you know what I mean, you Puerto Rican, you know what I mean? And we all just look at each other like we're not the same people. Can we be unified if we don't even acknowledge the fact that we are of the same stock. We are from the same nation. We are a nation of people, so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians. You know what I mean? That's what we must understand. You know what I mean? We are a nation of people first and foremost. Okay? So-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, we all have the same blood running through our veins. You know what I mean? We are a family. We are all family. You understand? And we all suffer similar atrocities. And we all suffer those atrocities at the hand of the same oppressors. You know what I mean? Meaning we all have the same oppressor. All of us. We suffered the same things. We suffered the same atrocities. We was all enslaved by our oppressor. We was enslaved, we was raped, we was murdered, we was robbed of our land, of everything that we have. You know what I mean? We fill up the prison system. Blacks and Hispanics fill up the prison system or what have you. You know what I mean? We all suffer the same thing. Now we got to understand that we not just because, of what we suffered, but suffering the same thing. It shows you that we are the same people. You know what I mean? We have the same afflictions, all right, and we have the same oppressor. Now anybody that has, a common enemy, they understand that it's better to be allied with one another than to be against each other. There's a saying that goes, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. You understand? But listen, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Well, the Native Indians, their enemy is the pale face speak with a forked tongue. You understand? The Native Indian, the so-called black people, their enemy is, the slave master. You know what I mean? This Donald Trump is the enemy to the Hispanic tribes in all of his white supremacist ways. You know what I mean? We all have the same enemy, man. You understand? We should acknowledge that, and as opposed to going to war with each other, you know what I mean? As opposed to being against each other, you know what I mean? Now it's very clear to see that it's more beneficial to us to be unified, to be allied. You know what I mean? To be allies against this oppressor. You know what I mean? Now, we're going to have to do that by understanding who we are as a people. You know what I mean? Who we are as a people. Yeah, we are the same nation or what have you. But now we have to really get into it and understand that who we are as a people does matter. You understand? Not a college education, you know what I mean? A college education, a certificate, you know what I mean, of some sort. It doesn't matter. And you know what I mean? What is absolutely important and necessary as far as education is concerned for us is to understand who we are as a people. And who we are as a people, you know what I mean, is the so-called, not the so-called, we are the 12 tribes that make up the nation of Israel that's in this Bible. You understand? That is our true identity. Every so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, man, woman, child, is, accurately speaking, an Israelite by blood. You understand? That is our true identity. You know what I mean? We have to address the identity crisis that we have. The identity crisis that tells us that we so-called Puerto Rican, that we so-called Jamaican, that we so-called Haitian, that we so-called black. You understand? We have to address that identity crisis that we're having. You know what I mean? Because surely a so-called Hispanic brother is not a port of riches. A so-called Dominican is not a loyal dog. A native Indian, a so-called native Indian, is not a savage. Black is a color, it's not a nationality. You know what I mean? So we have to, first of all, address this problem and come to the realization that we all have an identity crisis and it must be fixed. You know what I mean? And the ISUPK has the fix. The fix is, you know what I mean? We the only lost people in that Jewish man. Don't get that Jewish man that's in Israel right now. He is an imposter. He's an identity thief. He stole the identity of the real Israelites. You understand? Which is you, so-called black man, so-called Hispanic, and so-called Native Indian. You know what I mean? He stole our identity. Okay? That's what we got to understand. And we need to take what is ours. We need to take back what is ours. And being an Israelite is ours. You know what I mean? No one else can claim it. You can't be a convert. None of that. You know what I mean? You have to be an Israelite by blood lineage. That is the only way. All right? And, you know what I mean? Let me see real quick. Make sure. We have to do that. Let me see where we at. Oh, snap. So we have to acknowledge that. Now, we got to start to separate from America. You understand? We have to understand who we are as a people, get into the cultural practices of our forefathers and our foremothers. You know what I mean? Because we can't hate the oppressor and still join spirituality. We can't join to his Christianity. We can't join to his Islam. You understand? We style feminism, you know what I mean, and reproductive rights and, you know, or what have you, all of that nonsense assimilate to his cultural practices. If you truly want to be radical and against the enemy, then you have to separate from him completely. You understand? We already gave up trying to change who he is as a person. He'll forever be that. Now we understand that we have to come together, that's one, and separate from him in doing so. And when we come together, and when we truly come together rightfully in the Lord, we will naturally separate from him. You understand? Right now, we are tied to the oppressor, but we'll naturally begin to separate from him. But we can't be against the enemy and be for his we can't be for his what do you call that? It's like his way of thinking. We can't be for his heritage. We have to have our own. We can't live off of his glory. We can't let off fireworks on the 4th of July. You understand? That the Independence Day is America celebrating their independence from Great Britain. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, we were slaves. You understand? We were slaves while America was celebrating their independence from Great Britain. So if we want to be against white supremacy, then we have to give up celebrating the 4th of July. Don't spark the grill up. You know what I mean? Completely separate from him. You know what I mean? Completely. You know what I mean? We have our own ways. You come up in here and you see we got the Feast of First Fruits. You know what I mean? Which the closing of the Feast of First Fruits is going to be on Friday. You know what I mean? You know, if you in the Boston area and you want to attend, make sure you give the number a call for Boston. All right, 646-221-1117. All right, you give that number a call. We see what we could do and all of that. You know what I mean? And you want to really come and you want to separate from the oppressor and you want to take back your heritage and you want to separate from him completely. You want to really bring a resolve to the injustice that has been occurring with our people for centuries upon centuries at the hand of the oppressor. Then you better roll through to the Feast of First Fruits, man. Or else we just bluffing, man. You just bluffing. So, you know what I mean? If you really 100, if you a real brother, if you a real sister, and you really about your people, then you got to come through to the Feast of First Fruits. You understand? You got to come through because you got to take back your heritage. Now, I know you might not think, nah, I'm not no Israelite. Nah, I don't believe I'm an Israelite. I don't believe in that religious stuff. Well, this ain't a religion. You know what I mean? This is an identity. And when you come through, you know what I mean? This ain't the Christian church where you can't ask questions. You know what I mean? This isn't the Christian church where you got to keep your mouth shut, put the money in a bucket, walk out the door, and go back to business. You know what I'm saying? You come here and you bring all your questions to the door, and you know what I mean? We will answer every question that you have. You know what I mean? We will prove to you without a doubt that we are the Israelites of antiquity, so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians. And if you are one, then you are too. You understand? So, come through. We already know that we are. And but once again, what's one day to, if this is truly, if what these brothers that's been standing on the corners, and they've been lights, is in fact true, can I at least take one day to see if what they're saying is true? Now is the time, brother. Now is the time, sis. If you want to see, come and see, and we will bust it down for you, all right? So, you got to come to the Feast of First Fruits, the closing of it, all right? You got to come to the, you got to afflict your soul on the Day of Atonement. What else we got up here? Salat. You know what I mean? Shout out to Isaiah. He be holding these things down right here. The memorial to Bloom. You understand? You know what I mean? And forget the... If he doesn't want to acknowledge us, if he doesn't want to, who cares? It's not a big deal. You understand? It's really not a big deal. We don't care if they remember us. We remember. The only thing we want from our oppressor is respect. And this is how we'll get it. By separating from him. You know what I mean? No matter how strange it may be, cultural practices, no matter how, got to check it, no matter or what have you. All right. No, and tries to shame you out of being who you are. You know what I mean? So you can come back to being on Massa's side. You know what I mean? You could come back to being what Massa called you to be. You know what I mean? That's the only reason they saying it. You know what I mean? Listen. We have to really soldier up for this thing, man. And not succumb to peer pressure. We can't succumb to peer pressure. If you a brother or a sister, and once again, if you that brother or sister that go out to them riots, and you out there in them streets, or what have you, and you genuine, and you black power, and what have you, it's up to you. You're going to have to be a leader for your oppressor and not love him like Lil Wayne does. You know what I mean? Lil Wayne loves the oppressor. You know what I mean? He don't want to upset Massa. Massa got me living in a good house. Massa, make sure I got all these cars. Massa, make sure I got all this money. Now, listen, we can't be mad at Massa. It's just one thing. Let's not. You don't love your oppressor like Lil Wayne does. You know what I mean? Lil Wayne falls. He falls short. You know what I mean? He'll fall for the peer pressure. You know what I mean? He loves his master, but you don't love your master. That's why you went out to them rides, because you don't love him. So that's why I gotta give that's in the world. They gonna see the change in you. They gonna start to see you change. They gonna see you not the same brother. You not the same sister. We provoke them to not love master. You know what I mean? If you disagree with what Lil Wayne had and you know, then you should definitely lock in, man. And it's truth. So that way can't nobody pull you out. When you come up in here, fully invest yourself. You know what I mean? Bring them questions that you have. Don't just feel like you coming through just to come through. You got the questions, come through with the questions, get them answered, and you'll be stronger for it. You understand? You'll definitely be stronger for it. Now we got our identity back. You understand? Finding out who we are, we start to embrace our heritage, and then I left out a major portion. So it's not only, you know, that's just one of laws that govern us as a nation. That's laid down in these records. You understand? By the prophets of old. You know what I mean? Our forefathers and our I won't say the foremothers, Salakia. But our forefathers, now laid down by the. So we come back to that law, that system of laws, you know what I mean? That's what's going to truly keep us bound together. You understand? Coming back to them laws is going to keep us tighter than super glue. You know what I mean? It will not be broken when we come back to those laws. You know what I mean? We all observing it. This is a spiritual bond that we have. You know what I mean? This ain't just coming together and jumping out on the street somewhere. This is now, you know, I stand with this brother, I stand with this sister, and you know what? With our enemy. You know what I mean? We'll never give ourselves in marriage to the enemy. You know what I mean? Wow. That's self in marriage to the oppressor. We'll never trust him. You understand? We saw what he did, all of the peace treaties that he made with our brothers, the Native Indians. You know what I mean? The Gadites and all of that. You know what I mean? We saw the peace treaties, the hundreds of peace treaties that he made with the Native Indians and broke every last one of them. None of us here trust our enemy. We don't believe a word that he says. None of us seek peace. None of us want peace with our enemy because why? We understand that he's our goddamn enemy. You know what I mean? And he'll always be that. And we know how he is by nature. And there is no having peace with someone who's a murderer by nature. There's no having peace with someone like that. We all stand on it, and we now that's strength. We'll never vote for Donald Trump. We'll never vote for Joe Biden. We don't care who's the president in white society because that is irrelevant to us. You understand? That's irrelevant to us. We're not a part of their society from white society. We don't include ourselves in white society. We're not inclusive, but we're exclusive. All right? We exclude ourselves from white society. We don't want to join. We don't want to vote. You understand? We don't want to go to their schools. We don't want to go. We don't want to buy their property or their land. You know what I mean? We much to have our own clubs, our own place where we can have fun. We can go and, you know, chop it up and do all different types of things. We much rather have our own everything. You know what I mean? We're not dependent upon the oppressor. Feel the pressure of being independent, and now we'll begin to grow. You understand? We'll begin to be free to have for our slave master. You know what I mean? We'll begin to grow free from it because now there won't be what could he say? A lack. He's determined. He determines whether your lights get cut on, everything that we fight and plan. Homes, you understand? We have our own land. We have our own cattle. We putting the food in our mouths. We breeding cattle, you understand? And we getting it rocking. You understand? And we got our own clothing, you know what I mean? And that's what things look like on a more larger scale, however. But right now, the war that we can't be pro-black and be pro, like, how could you be pro-black and pro-homosexuality when it's clear that homosexuality is, a prominent cause in HIV/AIDS? You understand? You can't be for that. You can't be pro-abortion when Margaret Sanger, who was a eugenics enthusiast, you know what I mean, and put abortion clinics in black and Hispanic neighborhoods, you know what I mean, with the intent to exterminate the Negro population. You know what I mean? Like, this is out her own words. You understand? She talked to the preacher. She talked to the black nurse. You know what I mean? Margaret Sanger, a white woman, you know what I mean, created that abortion garbage and used it as a weapon to destroy black people. You can't be pro-black and be pro-abortion. You understand? You can't be pro-black and and be for what this kingdom promotes. You understand? You have to be pro-black. What your forefathers and foremothers, the doctrine that they subscribe to, and you going back and keeping that doctrine and the way that they thought, that's how you going. That's what will truly make us a separate people. But let me read on though. All right, Shalaki. Before the decree, before the fierce anger, it was prophesied, you know what I mean, that the destruction of America was going to come. You know what I mean? There was a few signs that was given. We go into Matthew the 24th chapter. The disciples had rumors of wars. You understand? Which we know, it's constant conflict. This one, they putting sanctions on that one. This one flying too close to this one. This one shot down this plane out the sky. This war, Donald Trump takes out the top. And well, I'm gonna jump ahead. You know what I mean? Pestilence. What is pestilence? Pestilence is like a little epic from the Lord. You know what I mean? There's going to be a shortage of food. Earthquakes. They pulls out that earth. Now you got that friction, and it's gonna create the now you creating them earthquakes. You understand? Earthquakes in diverse places, so on and so forth. You know what I mean? And all of these things were signs that the coming of Christ, you know what I mean, was soon at hand. All right. So, and when Christ come back, Christ is coming back to do a whole lot of killing. All right. He coming back with them chariots from the Most High and them angels. You know what I mean? And he said he gonna have a vesture as if it was dipped in blood. You understand? That's how much killing Christ is going to do on this earth. You understand? And now, and furthermore, if you wrapped up in this kingdom, if you you still joining yourself to him, you love him so much you can't, get away from him or what have you. There's going to be casualties amongst our brothers and sisters, unfortunately. You know what I mean? We hope that all of our people get salvation or what have you. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be casualties amongst our people as well. But that's why I'm saying gather yourself together. You know what I mean? We got to realize that we them Israelites. We got to come back to keeping the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. You know what I mean? We got to start, we got to take our heritage back. We got to start keeping the high holy days. You know what I'm saying? We got to start, doing which have wrought his judgment. All right. Oh, Salakia, I jumped down a little bit. Before the day of the Lord's anger come upon you, seek ye the Lord, all ye meek of the earth. Right? Seek ye the Lord, all you meek of theyself. You know what I mean? And they come up in this body and find out the truth, and they start to live by the truth. You know what I mean? We are provoking the Most High. We provoking the Most High to come deliver justice to so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians. All them tribes, with the Most High to come deliver, give justice for the injustice that we suffered as a people with brothers and sisters that have been murdered. Lord, when we come back to this truth, and we don't and be who He called us to be, and not who the slave master, not who master told you to be. You know what I mean? When we come back to doing that, that provokes the Most High, man. That makes Him wants to, execute judgment on this kingdom. All right? Which have wrought His judgment. Seek meekness. It may be ye shall be hid in the day of the Lord's anger. We shall be hid in the day of the Lord's anger. You know what I mean? He said, in the secret chambers. We gonna be hid in the day of the Lord's anger. That's them chariots. Them brothers and select brothers and sisters gonna be brought up on them chariots while, Christ and the angels laying down. Brothers and sisters, select brothers and sisters gonna be brought up on their chariots so they don't get caught up in that destruction. You know what I mean? The destruction that is very nigh onto us, very near onto us. All right. So let's drop that, right? Psalms 133. Bear with me 1 second. Just pull it right here real fast. All right, because I had a couple more scriptures I want to run through. Psalms 133. Psalms 133 and 1. Psalms chapter 133 and verse 1. Behold, how good and how pleasant it is for brethren is a good. The only place, Salakia, the only place that we are going to unify, this is specifically talking about NEI Isupk. You know what I mean? This is the only place that we will ever unify in harmony under. You understand? The only place, like once again, it's not gonna be in the church. You know what I mean? We haven't unified in harmony in the Christian church in forever. Never. Salakia. You know what I mean? We're not gonna unify in harmony in the Black Panthers. We're not going to unify in harmony in Islam, in Buddhism, in Pan-Africanism, in Kemet, and from these other nations or what have you. We can't do it in there. But where we will, the only place that we will dwell together in unity in here. You understand? And it's a wonderful, it's a pleasant thing. You know what I mean? Like, it's a very pleasant thing. Like, so oftentimes, I think about the times that, you be in the world and it's not a pleasant, even when you call yourself unifying, it's not a pleasant thing. You understand? You know what I'm saying? You sit there looking at him, y'all smoking all the weed together. Smoking all the weed, popping all the whores together, robbing everybody together, and all the time you looking at this cat like, he could be the traitor. You know what I mean? I don't know about him, man. I don't know about these cats over here. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. I tell you, every homie ain't your homie. You understand? Like, good night. Like, it's a terrible thing. Like, it's not pleasant and good. You know what I'm saying? You have to worry about your own brother. You know, somebody you don't even want to put in work with. Don't even know who the heck is gonna rat on you. You know what I mean? You're supposed to be tight as all can be, and don't know who gonna rat on you or nothing like that. Like it's so much secrecy and distrust and secrecy, distrust, and lying and you know just being, and that's with anywhere outside of the UPK. You understand? It's pleasant. You know what I mean? We not worrying about this brother sparking up a blunt in front of smoke weed. I ain't worried about him selling none of that crazy stuff or getting, should I bring him in? Or we gonna get molested in here? You know what I mean? Like so many times that happened in the Christian church. Should you know what I mean? You should be debating that every time you bring them in that Christian church. Should I bring my child in here because they could be molested? I mean, in the holy temple of Jesus. That's what you got to worry about, and you should worry about it because it's a very real thing. It happens. Think about that before you go in there. You know what I mean? But you should never go in there. You should never go in there. You should stop going molested. Okay? All right? Let's do Zechariah, right? 9 and 13, all right? Zechariah 9 and 13. Okay. So, bear with me one quick second. I'm going to check this. But yeah, so Zechariah, the 9th chapter. No sweat. Yeah. Let's see. What it look like. All right, no sweat. Yeah, we got that. So let's see. Rock on it. Okay, as usual. No rock on it. Most High Christ. And what else? The YouTube. Salakia, y'all. I wasn't keeping up with the YouTube or the other thing. I'm just checking right fast before I go to that. And then 9 and 13, we go there. Okay. Boston, no cowards. Let's see what it look like. All right, so we up on there too. Right? Let me see where we at. Let's see, the connection is bad, huh? The connection is bad. Let me see what we doing on here. And to answer your question, brother, that bull polo, you know what I'm saying? Listen, man, you can eat whatever is lawful on this high holy day. You know what I mean? You can eat whatever is lawful. All right? You want to know what's lawful, what foods are lawful? You go to Leviticus, the 11th chapter. All right? If you need some help with that, if you need help finding out anything else about that, then you know what I'm saying, contact one of the brothers. We'll bust it down for you. But if it ain't pork, crab, shrimp, lobster, oh, you know what I mean? As long as it divideth the hoof and cheweth the cud, you know what I mean? And then something to come out the water. You know what I mean? As long as it got fins and scales on it, you good money. You good to go. Can't eat anything that don't have fins and scales. It's not a go. All right. But yeah, huh? We having a bad. We in on a Facebook app. Might want to tune in on Facebook. Isupk Boston on Facebook. Might want to go there. We'll see what's happening with this connection. All right. Oh yeah, that's a bad hit. All right, no sweat. We'll see what it do. I'm gonna check it out after class or what have you. So, But once again, let's go to all right. All right. All right. Zechariah, here we go. Right here. 9. Okay. All right. Let's read. Zechariah chapter 9 and verse 13. When I have bent Judah for me, filled the bow with Ephraim, and raised up thy sons, O Zion. Right? So, let me see. This is biblical prophecy right here. All right. This is biblical prophecy, and this is the Most High. This is biblical prophecy, and this is the Most High speaking. And he said, let me bust it down one time, because I understand everybody don't know who Judah is and all that. All right. When I have bent Judah, right? So Judah is the biblical name for so-called Negroes today. All right. So he's saying, when I have bent Judah, right? Let's read on. Filled the bow with Ephraim. All right. Filled the bow with Ephraim, right? Meaning, so Judah is being bent like a bow. All right. And he's filling the bow with Ephraim. So the Ephraim like the arrows. Okay. Yeah, so Ephraim is the so-called Puerto Ricans. That's the biblical name for so-called Puerto Ricans. He's saying I found bent Judah for me, bent Judah like a bow, and filled the bow with Ephraim. So you're gonna fill the bow with Ephraim. So the Most High is going to bring us together. So-called blacks, so-called Hispanics. He's going to unify us together like a weapon, like a bow. You understand? The Most High going to unify black and Hispanics together like a bow, like a weapon. You know what I mean? That's how he's going to unify us. This is spiritual warfare. Black and Hispanics coming together is spiritual warfare against the enemy. You know what I mean? Because, of course, he wants us to be pitted against each other. He wants us to hate one another. You know what I mean? He wants to make us despise each other. You know what I mean? So we can forget about despising him. You understand? So, with that being said, let's read on. And raised up thy sons, O Zion, right? Against thy sons, O Greece. So now, against thy sons, O Greece. What is Greece synonymous with? Greece is synonymous with our oppressor. You understand? The so-called Europeans. That's who Greece is synonymous with. Okay? And the Most High, let me see. See, was I going to read in 14? Bear with me one second. So I'm going to get 14. Yeah, I was going to get 14, so let me not jump ahead. You know what I mean? So this is against thy sons. Against thy sons, O Greece. O Greece, we know the Greeks were white men, you know what I'm saying? White men and women. That's who the Greeks was. You know what I'm saying? They were the white race. So it says thy son, so it's talking about the descendants of the white race. Okay? That's who the Most High is going to unify us like a weapon. The Most High is going to bring black and Hispanics like a weapon against the sons, the descendants of the slave masters. You understand? The descendants of our slave masters, their sons. All right. So let's read on. And the Lord shall be seen over them. Shalaki. And the Lord shall be seen over them, and his arrow shall go forth as the lightning. You know what I mean? And the Lord God shall blow the trumpet and shall go with whirlwind of the south. So now it says, and the Lord shall be seen over them, and his arrow shall go forth as the lightning. Okay. So meaning he got blacks and Hispanics. So this is a metaphor. The Most High got black people bent like a bow. He got the so-called Hispanic tribes in there. You know what I mean? He drawing them back, and he's using us as a weapon. He's assembling us. You know what I mean? The purpose we are being assembled for in this fashion is why? The reason why we being assembled in this fashion is to destroy white supremacy. That's why we being assembled like that. You know what I mean? That's why, you know what I mean? This is how you combat white supremacy, by unifying so-called blacks and Hispanics and Native Indians all together. And when we unify together, you know what I mean, we are like a weapon to the enemy. You know what I mean? Because once again, brotherhood is a weapon. You know what I mean? When we come together, that is devastating to our enemy. Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian unity under the Lord, that is a fatal blow to our oppressor. You understand? It will destroy white supremacy as it stands. All right? Let me see if I want to rock any more on that. That's it on that. Let's sit on that. So, let's go to Ecclesiastes, the 4th chapter and the 9th verse. You know what I mean? And then once again, that's the only way we'll be able to come out of this captivity. That's the only way we'll be able to get justice for the crimes that have been committed against us. It's the only way we're going to come up out of here, man, is if we do it together. You know what I mean? Together on one accord with the same intention, you know what I mean, to destroy white supremacy. All right? Let's so Ecclesiastes 9. Let's go to Ecclesiastes 9 and then I just passed it. All right. And we'll start at the 4th chapter. Ecclesiastes 9, the 4th verse. Good night. Y'all be with me 1 second too. Okay. Then I want to see if this thing's still chopping too. So lock you. Let's see if that thing's still chopping. All right, we rolling. We rolling now. You know what I'm saying? So that should be all right. No sweat. Rolling on there. All right. Rolling on there. Solid. All right, Most High in Christ. So, what was that? Ecclesiastes 9 and 4 and 9. Good night. That's right? Ecclesiastes 4 and 9. So lock here, y'all. I'm bugging. All right, let's see. Ecclesiastes 4 and 9. All right. 2 are better than 1, because they have a good reward for their labor. Right? So 2 are better than 1 because they have a good reward for their labor. Let's read on. For if they fall, The one will lift up his fellow, but woe to him that is alone when he falleth, for he have not another to help him up. You know what I mean? Shoot, man. You know what I'm saying? You get into a little conflict. You get into a situation. You know what I mean? Let's say you getting jumped. You know what I mean? And while you getting jumped, you know what I mean? It's just you. You the only one there. Cats rolling on you about 7 deep. You know what I mean? And they about to jump you. You know what I'm saying? And in the midst of you getting jumped, you happen to fall to the floor. You understand? Now you fall to the floor, and you know they hawk you up. You understand? You fall to the floor, they hawk you up, and now you are unable to get up by yourself. You know what I mean? Let's read on. Where we at? For if they fall, the one will lift them up. The one will lift up his fellow, but woe to him that is alone. You know what I mean? When he falleth, for he have not another to help him up. You understand? Boy, you fall now. If you was there, and you know, it was two of y'all together, and y'all, you know, y'all getting jumped or what have you. One brother fall down, that other brother can get you up. That other brother can, come on, man, let's go. Oh, he see you down on the ground or what have you, man. He get you up out of there. You understand? But if you ain't had that brother with you, you'll be jammed up something serious. All right? Again, nobody see what it is? Yeah. Again, if two lie together, then they have heat. But how can one be warm alone? You know what I mean? Meaning what? Meaning if you know what I'm saying, let's say you got a brother and a sister, you know what I'm saying? They laying down together, you know what I'm saying? Their body heat is going to keep each other warm. But if you just got, you know, let's say you got a brother laying by himself or a sister laying by themselves, they're going to be cold because it's just their body heat. Not coming in contact with nobody else's, but you got two, even if you got, you know, a brother, sister, they together, they going to be warm. You understand? Let's read on. And if one prevaileth against him, two shall withstand him. And a threefold cord is not quickly broken. You know what I mean? A threefold cord. What is a threefold cord? A threefold cord is, you know, just think about braids. You need 3 strands to make a braid. So, but you braid in the cords. So it say a threefold cord is not easily broken. You know what I mean? Ultimately, what this is saying is that we need each other. You understand? We can't do this alone. You're not gonna do this by yourself. We need each other to do it. We need each other. If we really wanna put an end to white supremacy, we're gonna have to really understand that blacks, so-called black people, need the Hispanic people. Hispanic people need black people. You know what I mean? Native Indians need black people, vice versa, vice versa. You know what I mean? We all need each other. You know what I mean? Especially coming against an adversary like the one that we know too well. You understand? The one we know too well. You know what I mean? We coming against an adversary like him. We need each other. You know what I'm saying? And when we come together, it's going to make us strong. Very strong. And we will not be easily broken. You understand? If we divided, you over here, I'm over here, you know what I mean? All right, no sweat. You know what I mean? We will be easily broken. You know what I'm saying? Salaki, yo. You know what I'm saying? But we need each other. Okay. Furthermore, Okay. Furthermore, let's go to Ephesians 4 and chapter 4. All right. I mean, chapter 4 and verse 4. So, Salaki. Ephesians 4 and 4. All right. Y'all roll when we were to Ephesians 4 and 4. Okay. Ephesians chapter 4 and verse 4. There is one body, right? Meaning there's one body, okay? What does that mean? Meaning there's one banner that we all assemble under. You know what I mean? There's one place, there's one body. You understand? It's not multiple bodies or nothing like that. It's one body. You understand? Let's read on. And furthermore, a body has one head. You understand? A body has one head. So you have to understand that. I mean, oftentimes we have problems with leadership. You know what I mean? Someone being over us. You know what I mean? But in this truth, Commander General Yohana is the leader of all so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians. Okay? So, you can't have multiple heads because now that creates confusion. You understand? Let's there's one body and one spirit. Meaning there's all one spirit that we supposed to be in. All one spirit we supposed to be in. Oftentimes brothers tell me about, or I even had brothers, call me, ask me something and say, man, thing said the same thing. So-and-so said the same thing. You know what I mean? Or me and a brother be talking to a brother and, come to find out, we both told the brother the same exact thing. Why? It's because we have the same spirit. We on one accord. You know what I mean? It's supposed to be in one spirit. That's what's going to keep us unified. You know what I mean? We can't have diverse spirits and think that we're going to stay together. You know what I mean? We have to have one spirit. We have to be in one body. All right? Let's read on. There's one body and one spirit. Salaki. Even as ye are called in one hope of your calling. All right? One Lord. You know what I mean? There's one Lord. You know what I'm saying? Christ is the Lord. You know what I mean? There's one King in Israel. That's Christ. You understand? Let's read on. One faith. All right? You know what I mean? Meaning what? Scriptures say faith without works is dead. So meaning there's one place you come to if you really want to put in work, you're not doing the work unless you in the Isupk. You know what I mean? Because there's one faith. All right? One faith. We all believe in the same thing and work toward achieving it. You understand? We work toward achieving that one thing. That thing that we believe in. Okay? Let's read on. One baptism. There's baptism. Baptism is what you teach in life. You know what I'm saying? What you are taught. So there's one baptism, meaning there's one doctrine. You know what I mean? We don't have everybody teaching diverse, doctrines. There's only one doctrine. You know what I mean? That eliminates confusion. Even when you centralize something, it eliminates confusion. So just to centralize something eliminates confusion. So, what would be different in, unifying a nation of people than centralizing something? You know what I mean? Centralizing our teaching, centralizing our doctrine, centralizing our king. You understand? Centralizing the work that we do. All right. One God and Father of us all. Meaning we should listen. We can't be unified if everyone is wrapped up in different spiritual systems. You understand? One, we don't have the same spirit at that point. You know what I mean? Two, you know what I mean? We have different missions. We doing different things. We don't have the same objective. All right? We're not working together. All right? Boom. You know what I mean? We don't have one king because, of course, we don't subscribe to the same things. Whatever you believe in is whatever you believe in. You know what I mean? So we can't be wrapped up in different spiritual systems. There's only one Most High. There is no Allah. There is no Caesar Borgia. There's no Holy Trinity. There's no, the Most High is not a white man. You know what I mean? None of that. Okay? Is one Father of us all, who is above all, and through all, and in you all. All right? And that's the Most High. The Most High, Yahweh in the Hebrew. Okay? That the Most High is the only power, the only God, you understand, in this entire universe. All right? So, let's I know I added another little jump. Oh, okay, smooth. So yeah, we too wild. Well, now let's go to Romans 12 and 10. All right. Let's go to Romans 12 and 10. All right. Romans chapter 12 and verse 10. Salaki. Let me see. That's funny. Romans 12 and 10. Let's see. Romans chapter 12 and verse 10. Shalakia, yo. Romans chapter 12 and verse 10. Be kindly affectionate one to another with brotherly love, in honor, preferring one another. Salaki. Let me see. I don't want to jump ahead. You know what I mean? Be kindly affectionate one to another. All right? With brotherly love. You know what I mean? With brotherly love. Okay? Like, it's a bond that's built in here. You know what I mean? With your brothers when you suffer together. When you suffer with your brothers together, it's a bond that, you know, is forged that is absolutely, you know, unbreakable to those who can never break their oath. All right? It's absolutely unbreakable. You know what I'm saying? You should never break it. Never break the bond that is built in here between brothers, man. Because it's such a wonderful thing. You know what I mean? The bond that we have in here. You know what I mean? Brothers, listen, we all unified. Like, listen, man, we got brothers all over. The only place we gonna unify like this once again is in the UPK, man. Like, and then under that one banner, you understand? Under the banner of the UPK, that is the only place that we will ever be able to unify. You know what I mean? And how do I know? It's because we have been unified. We are unified. And you got brothers from all across the earth that are, you know, that come together. You know what I mean? They're brothers from all over the earth. You got brothers in, you know, Trinidad. You got brothers in Puerto Rico. You got brothers in Santo Domingo. You got brothers in the UK. You got brothers in Canada. You got, you know, everywhere. We dang shoot. I believe we in every major city in the U.S. You know what I mean? So all over the place, brothers have unified under this one banner. You know what I mean? And when we come and we kick it somewhere, I think the last place that we got together kind of deep at was the slaughter of the lamb. You know what I mean? And it was outstanding. It was a wonderful thing, man. It was a wonderful, absolutely wonderful thing. Brothers came all over from all over or what have you. Nonetheless, we was all there, joined together perfectly in harmony. No arguments, nothing that would uh destroy the brotherhood amongst us. You know what I mean? That night, that day, you know what I'm saying, all it did was fortify the brotherhood amongst us. You know what I mean? Like, we come from all over the place. You know what I mean? You don't see brothers that you normally see. You know what I mean? That you would normally see, but y'all still tight. You know what I mean? Y'all tight as ever. You know what I'm saying? Because what bonds us together is this truth. You know what I mean? That's what bonds us together is the truth, and it's a wonderful thing. So, you know what I mean? Let's read on. Let me see if I was at where I was at. Oh, where was I? Be kindly affectionate one to another with brotherly love, in honor, preferring one another. In honor. What is honor? Honor is respect. You know what I mean? And that's the wonderful thing about, our ranking structure. You know what I'm saying? So many places have disorder because they don't have order. You know what I mean? If you can understand what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like they don't have rank. We have rank in the UPK. Rank is brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? So, we got a brother that, is in charge. In any place that we go, there's always a brother that's on the scene that's in charge. You understand? And with that, it's that brother's duty to honor his brothers. You understand? And what it means when it say honor, the respect, is to re-inspect. So you want to re-inspect. You want to always look behind you. You understand? Meaning what? Look at the brother that's behind you. The brothers that's following you. You know what I mean? Because of course they have no choice but to follow you. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean? You could be looking straight ahead and you know what I mean? You just focusing on the go button or what have you. And meanwhile, you got a soldier in the back who got a bad leg and he's jacked up. You know what I'm saying? So always re-inspect. This brother got an ailment or something back here. You want to check on, hey, Aki Tawab, how your leg feeling? How your knee? You smooth? All right, Most High. Yeah, I seen you like, you know what I mean, lifting your leg up or what have you. You Tawab? Oh yeah, I'm just shaking this little kink out, but I'm solid. You know what I mean? All right, Most High Christ. You know what I mean? You look back, you see them brothers looking like they hungry. You know what I'm saying? Trying to sleep off the hunger. Hey, y'all hungry, Akim? Boom. You know what I'm saying? Feed the brothers. It's always a brother's job to re-inspect. You know what I mean? Re-inspect the condition of his brothers. You know what I mean? See what's going on back there. Everybody, man, you look back, you might see your brother, and you look at him, and you know something ain't right about him. His countenance is down. His countenance is low. You know what I mean? His facial expression is it's not, what it normally looks like. He looks somewhat sad and troubled. Hey, everything to Wob? Everything solid? Everything going on? Everything going good and what have you? You know what I mean? Shoot, you know what I mean? Boom, chop it up with the brother. Try to pull something out of him and make sure he's solid. You know what I mean? Re-inspect and honor. You know what I mean? Be kindly affectionate one to another. Don't be hard on a brother like, you know what I'm saying? You always got to be, stone cold, hardcore on brothers like that. You know what I'm saying? That ain't how we move up in here. You understand? The way we move is with brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? Kindly affectionate one to another. You understand? We don't always got to be wild, aggressive, and what have you. You know what I'm saying? You got brothers that's forward or what have you, but you know, and if the brother is forward, so be it. You know what I'm saying? As a soldier, you still you know, break it down. You still complete the mission, complete the orders or what have you that you were given. But you know what I mean. And here we don't pride ourselves on being forward. You understand? We pride ourselves on speaking to brothers respectfully. You know what I mean? Speaking to a brother like he is a brother and not something less than you. You know what I'm saying? Even if you outrank a brother, you know what I'm saying? It's still tawab to say, meaning tawab, meaning good. It's still a good thing to be like, hey, brother Salakia, if you could, meaning excuse me, if you could, Baba Shaw, please pass me that thing over there. Not, you know, hey, give me, give me that right now. You know what I'm saying? That's not being kindly affectionate one to another, talking to a brother like he a piece of trash or something like that. You know what I mean? The brothers say, Salakia, sir, Baba Kashah, if you could, you know what I mean, do this or what have you, you know what I'm saying? I mean, we don't have no problem saying it back. You know what I mean? Of course we could say, hey, pass me that thing. Right now, I need that. You know what I mean? Sometimes it calls for that. You might need to do something like that or what have you. But it's all out of, because brotherhood is correction too. You know what I'm saying? You get correction sometimes. Sometimes there's certain things, ways you got to deal with different brothers or what have you. But, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, our aim ain't to be, Billy Badass. You understand? Or what have you. Just be something terrible to our brothers every time cat come around. Oh man, here he come again with this. Nah, that's not how we do that, man. You know what I mean? So be kindly affectionate one to another in honor. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's always looking out for themselves. You got this trash out here where they talking about, you can't help somebody unless you help yourself or something like that, which is totally selfishness. You know what I'm saying? Absolute selfishness. Talking about you can't help nobody unless you help yourself or what have you. You know what I'm saying? That is complete selfish talk. You understand? And that is not the case over here. You know what I mean? We yourself. What that means is, if I'm hungry and he's hungry, I should eat. Because I'm hungry. And I can't help him if I can't help myself. You understand? Somebody hungry, I can't feed him because I gotta put this food. Break bread with your brother. Break it down. You got a sandwich or something like that. Bust that joint in half. You understand? 3 of us, we'll chop that thing up 3 ways. Everybody eat. You understand? Boom. Listen. Everybody eats. Everybody's getting taken care of. Re-inspect in honor, right? We're saying honor, preferring one another. Love brothers and sisters in the world, but by the definition, we don't have friends in the world. You understand? It's not to say that there's not, brothers and sisters in the world that they good brothers and sisters, at the core, what have you. You know what I'm saying, and need to come out that world or what have you. But, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, by the definition of itself, we don't have friends in the world. Not at all. You know what I'm saying? And we prefer one another. You got to prefer that brother. Like, how you going to prefer somebody that wouldn't even come with you when it's wartime? You understand? When it's time to go to war, you know what I'm saying, you ain't going to lace up your boots and stand toe-to-toe with me, shoulder to shoulder. But at the end of the day, this brother that rolled through shoulder to shoulder with me, knowing that at any moment, this racist world of, oppressors at this campsite could get violent. You know what I'm saying? And we might have to go to ground on them. You know what I mean? If you can't stand shoulder to shoulder with me, the brother that stands shoulder to shoulder with me, I'm going to prefer him. You understand? Because that brother won't let his brother roll out to war by himself. I can't think of, I don't remember if I'm just like, nah, we ain't rolling through there. I ain't coming to hold it down with you or nothing like that. Nah, we gonna hold it down in the battlefield. We gonna go shoulder to shoulder, toe to toe, you know what I mean, with the smoke, with the enemy, if necessary. You understand? If necessary, and we gonna fall on them like, you know, like we do, like we know how. You understand? If we gotta go to ground, so be it. It is what it is. But that brother right there, and listen, we out there for like 6 hours, 7 hours. Brothers out there getting it in, holding posts, you know what I mean, on watch, making sure ain't nobody, you know, crossing the line, making sure ain't nobody violating, watching for backpacks on the floor, look, you know what I'm saying? Getting it in, going hard. You know what I mean? Standing on their feet all day, ain't no sitting down. You know what I mean? There's no sitting down. We up. We standing up. Moving around, getting it in like we supposed to. You understand? That's and a brother that comes to do that, you know what I mean, you got to prefer that brother, man. Coming through tired. You got brothers coming fresh off the slavery. Come fresh off the slavery, still got the crust in their eyes. You know what I mean? Don't care. You know what I mean? You know, you get off that John, you just want to KO sometime. But the brothers come through. You know what I mean? And you got to prefer a brother like that. You got to, let me pull this last. Let's go to Ecclesiasticus 6, 7, and 17. Salaki. Ecclesiasticus 6. All right. 6. Okay. And 7. All right. Ecclesiasticus chapter 6 and verse 7. If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first. You know what I mean? If you're gonna call somebody your friend, you gotta prove him first. You know what I mean? I ain't your friend if you can't walk out the room for 2 seconds without me trying to sneeze at your joint, man. You know what I mean? And scream at your shorty and try to bust a move on her. You know what I mean? You not really. I'm not really your friend if you can't do that with me. You know what I mean? If I can't trust you, have to be proven. You got to prove that you ain't going to steal from me. You ain't going to lie to me. You're not going to, you know what I mean, betray me. You're not going to be disloyal. You know what I mean? You got to, there's things that you have to do. There's situations that you have to be in order to determine that. Once again, everybody can say they about something, but unless a real situation occurs, then you'll never know the true nature of a person. You know what I mean? Like you might get into a fight, somebody will run on you. And another brother, he gonna stay there and he gonna fight with you. You understand? He gonna get it in with you. You know what I mean? You might do something in the streets, you get caught up, and the cat turns 6'9" on you. He gonna eat the cheese. You know what I mean? So you got to prove a friend, all right? If you're going to get a friend, you got to prove him first. You know what I mean? And that's the wonderful thing, a beautiful thing about the UPK. You know, you can't just roll off the couch and then talk about, yeah, I'm a UPK soldier. I got my Hebrew name. You know, sisters can't just roll off the couch, you know what I mean, and talk about, yeah, I got my Hebrew name or nothing like that. You come up in here, you got to prove yourself worthy of a Hebrew name. You understand? You got to do 90 days. As a brother, you got to do 90 days, all black, boots, shirts, pants, headband, scarf, all of that, paying your tithes. Sister, you got to wear your dress to class, keep your head wrapped, pay your tithes. You understand? You know what I mean? If you're going to get a friend, you got to prove them first. And brothers and sisters, they come into class, they changing their life. You know what I mean? And that's why they can be trusted. You know what I mean? That's why we can count each other as friends, because we all went through the same thing. We went through. Let's read on. And be not hasty to credit him. Meaning what? Don't be quick to give somebody credit. You know what I mean? You can't be hasty to credit someone. You know what I mean? Like you know what I'm saying? Like somebody buy you something or something like that. The scripture say a gift destroyed the heart. You can't be, oh yeah, he's a wonderful brother. She's a wonderful sister. Or what have you. Yeah, oh yeah, they outstanding. Nah, they ain't out. I don't know you like that. I don't know you like that, sis. You know what I mean? Lord allow I get to know you, then I could say something about you. But I really don't know you. You know what I mean? I can't give you the credit in such a quick time. Cause I haven't seen how you are throughout time. Time will tell. All right. So let's read on. For some man is a friend for his own occasion and will not abide in the day of trouble. Yeah, there's a cat that want to come around. He just want to come around so he can spark the blizz. You know what I'm saying? He always want to come through. He want to hit something off you, or he want to borrow $5 or what have you. You know what I'm saying? There's always a cat he good for an occasion. You know what I mean? There's some cats, he good to do this with. You know what I mean? He good to do that with. But at the end of the day, you know what I mean? When something pop off, he ain't going to be down to stand in the day of trouble. You know what I mean? When it's about to go down, he's not going to stay there. You know what I mean? Let's read on. And there is a friend who, being turned to enmity, slogging. Enmity. All right. Enmity meaning what? What is that? I just seen that too. Oh man. Enmity like hatred. Okay. So turn to enmity. So he be turned to hatred. He turned. He hates you. And strife. You know what I mean? With a strife is like a strong disagreement or what have you. You know what I'm saying? And discover thy reproach. All right. Discover thy reproach, like reproach, like correction. All right. Again, some friend is a companion at the table, and will not continue in the day of thy affliction. Good night. Again, some friend is a companion at the table, and will not continue in the day of thy affliction. You understand? Meaning what? If you can't starve with us, we don't want you to eat with us in here. You know what I mean? Some cat, he come through when everything is up, everything is rocking, you know what I mean? Everything is solid, you know what I mean? He want to eat at the table with you. He want to eat with you. But when you down and when you ain't got nothing, when you jacked up in the game, you know what I mean? He ain't going to roll with you no more. You know what I mean? But listen, that's why we sin. That's why I'm saying if you ain't down to starve with us, then we don't want you to eat with us. You know what I mean? Because when there is nothing to eat, you'll give me up for a plate of food. You know what I mean? You'll kill me to fill your belly. All right? But with that, Salakia, a little over the time, Salakia. You know what I mean? So with that, we're going to get up out of here. You know what I mean? Just check something real quick. Salakia. And, yeah, check something real quick. And we got to get up out of here, Akim. All right. No sweat. All right. So with that, we're about to roll on y'all. You know what I mean? Shalom. Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shabaraka Thumb. My brothers, Yahweh Shemal, the Thun Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, the sisters. Alright. One West Boston on YouTube. What else? Subscribe to Rhode Island No Cowards on YouTube. Make sure you like us on Facebook and all that, or what have you. Don't forget to call that number. Don't forget to call 646-221 if you're in the Boston area. 646-221-1117. All right. Make sure y'all get to that Feast of First Fruits, the closing of it. That's going to be this Friday, starting at 7 p.m. Then once again, this Friday at 7 p.m. Make sure you get that number a call. We'll see what we could do. Get sure you got any transportation issues or anything like that. Let us know. We see what we could do to help you out. You know what I'm saying? With that, shalom.